Hello, welcome back. I want to bring you in really quickly. It won't take a long time to do this. Um, the assignment here is to do a dog portrait, two dogs, on a 16 by 20 canvas. And I did a sketch. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. So I did a sketch for my client. They approved of this. Let me show you what I was working from. They gave me a number of photographs of their dogs. Of course, I blew them up this size and printed them out and did the sketch. They approved of it, and then in Photoshop, and forgive me if this doesn't make any sense to you, but I scanned this image into my computer, and in the computer I made this 16 by 20. In other words, this size. Then I took the photographs, and I actually walked all through this one time, but it didn't work. I took the photographs and blew them up, worked and worked and worked till the photograph was exactly the size that I wanted, and then and then printed this out. So now the dogs are the size I want. That was clear as mud. Sorry. And what I've done here is made old-fashioned poor man's carbon paper. I took a piece of charcoal and rubbed charcoal all over the back of this paper. Sorry, I didn't show you that part. It was messy. And took a tissue and rubbed it all out and so on. And now I am tracing, especially the dogs, very carefully tracing the photograph of the dog. And I use red ink because I want it to be real obvious where I've been. Am I making sense? I don't want to miss any part. So if you use a black pen, especially out here where the print is black, it's easy to miss a spot. But if you use a red pen or a green pen or something like that, you're more likely to catch all the little bits that you might miss otherwise. So this is cheating big time. Now, cheating is legal. I usually recommend don't cheat first. Just try to draw. In fact, that's what I did with the sketch. I didn't cheat for this. I just looked at the photographs and drew these dogs. But in this case, I am not about to change careers and start making a career out of dog portraits. Do you hear me? So it's like I don't really care to learn how to draw dogs that well. I hope that doesn't sound just like a lame excuse, but that's my story. I'm sticking with it. I don't care. I don't want to learn how to draw dogs that well. I can draw them well enough, so I don't feel like I need to practice. So I'm not even going to, so to speak, I'm not even going to waste time trying to draw, learning how to draw by hand or by eye dogs. So I'm just going straight to a cheating technique. And since I've got you here, let's pull this up and see if this is really working. I've got it taped down so well. I can't get a hold of it. There you go. Let me just show it to you. Let's see how it's looking right now. Then I'll put it back and continue. Oh, look it's working fantastic. In fact, I don't have to push down as hard as I am. So the next thing, after this is all drawn, I'll begin doing some simple drawing in acrylic paint, and then eventually switch to oil. Now I'll make sure I get this in the same place. Perfect. Okay, so that's just one way, using a computer to transfer an image. I hope that's helpful to you. Again, if this were a portrait of a person, unless it was one of those jobs where it had to be done tomorrow, I would never cheat to this level of detail. But because it's a dog, I go, I don't care. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? I'm not about to start. I remember one of the young men I was in college with years ago, obviously many years ago, but he was a pure Navajo Indian. Wonderful guy, Elmer Yazi, still a wonderful guy and artist. And he could draw horses, paint horses, and draw horses off the top of his head perfectly. I mean, just amazing, because he drew lots of horses. And I, of course, partly because of his Navajo heritage and background and so on. And yes, he incorporated traditional Navajo squares and X's and Z's into his artwork. It was delightful. We actually ran cross country together too in college. So if I were somebody like Elmer, where drawing, in his case, horses, was a huge part of my interest and career, then I wouldn't cheat like this. I would learn how to draw horses. I'm trying to make a distinction. Why don't I care if I don't care if I draw dogs? Because I'm not about to become the dog man. Get it? So this gets the job done, and it helps me hopefully satisfy my customer, and at the same time make decent money by not taking 4 days to do this portrait. Okay, that's enough. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.